Good morning, and it's time for Sports on Sunrise on 3FM 92.7. My name is Kelvin Owusu Ansah. Before we get into the latest in the world of sports, let's give thanks to our sponsors. Mega 6 Lotto 6 numbers can change your life. What would you do if you won 1 million Ghana cedis today with only 49 numbers to choose from? Mega 6 Lotto is giving you the chance to win exciting prizes. Don't forget to play before 5 p.m. every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Dial *266# or download the iOS and Android apps on mega6lotto.com to play. Mega 6 Lotto is approved and regulated by the National Lotteries Authority. Now, you don't forget that the Ghana FA elective Congress is currently is expected to happen today in Tamale, but yesterday a demonstration was held against the current administration by a group called Ghana Football Stakeholders Forum, led by Abraham Wache, popularly known as One Man Supporter, and Charles Kwajo Intim, popularly known as Mickey Charles. My colleague Belishan was present there and came through with this report.
So we are gathered here at the GFA premises where some people from the forum have come to protest against the current administration of Keto Kreku at the GFA. They started at the Akweje interchange and made all their way to the Ministry of Youth and Sports to make their voices heard, and now they are at the GFA premises also making their voices heard. Why are you here doing this protest?
Oh, I'm here for Okrekumante. That's why he's doing. He wants to do the football as politics. This is not be fair. Football is not for politics. We are the youth. We know how to play ball. You want to give us a chance so that we can injure and play a ball. Yes, give us a chance.
I'm personally here because Kets is making our football league very bad, especially the coast league. But now, when you are a young guy playing coast football, you see it as nothing.
So the leader of the Social Justice Forum, that is Alhassan Yahya, has called upon FIFA to step in and then make sure that there is a change in Ghana football.
GFA is going to have new faces. The current administration,
That's what we want.
they are corrupt.
Yes.
It's a cabal. If you like, it's the same continuation of Kwesi Nyantakyi, who has been sanctioned by FIFA. And I'm calling on FIFA. Silence is betrayal. Omission is a crime. FIFA, Africa is crying. Ghana is crying. Help us to fight corruption.
Some people have made their voices heard. Will there be a change in Ghana football?
Well, we just hope that there is going to be a change, but let's see what transpires from the Congress today. And I know that the entire GFA Secretariat is currently in Tamale for elections today. Keto Kreku is going for the presidency without challenge after George Free was disqualified from the elections with a problem or with his nominations. Now the GFA are going ahead with the election despite George Free and another club can filing separate applications for injunctions seeking to halt the process. Both applications will be heard on the 12th of October 2023. Lawyer John Quayson of King Faisal's legal team says the Congress today, if held, is an unlawful one.
The Constitution says the President and the ESCO must all begin their mandate the same day. This presupposes that you can never do the President or the presidential elections ahead of the ESCO. It is not possible. If you do that, it means you are flattening the constitution of the GFA. We warn them that the constitution of the GFA says that the election of the president is a mandatory requirement which must take place at an ordinary Congress. They flattered that one also. They didn't heed, they didn't listen to anybody. They went ahead. So as we speak now, they are operating illegally. Because I'm a lawyer and I can tell you for a fact that their mandate elapsed the very moment they went to organize an ordinary Congress because it's a constitutional provision.
Well, this is a constitutional provision according to lawyer John Quayson. Now, George Free has also filed an appeal at the Court of Arbitration for Sport contesting his disqualification. What are the implications should Congress go ahead today? Lawyer Quayson explains.
They have gone contrary to the provisions in the Constitution. There's no way you can go ahead and elect
for the FA
president before the other ESCO members. If you still go ahead, in law we say everything you've done is null and void, okay? Because whatever you've done has no legal leg. So even if you rush You disrespect the court, you disrespect your own members, and you go ahead. Whatever you've done is still null and void. It's just a matter of time. The members will just have to go to court and let the court that this is what Kurt and people have gone to do. Our own adopted constitution, they do not have the right to do it this way. The constitution says this is how it must be done.
So that is lawyer John Quayson of Kumasi, Ken Faisal's legal team, explaining why Congress shouldn't go on today. Now let's take a look at the elections and the contestants who would be on today. Now you look at the presidency, and it is only Kurt Edwin Simeon Okraku who is going to go for the GFA presidency. So he's going unopposed. You go to the women's football representative, and it's Gifty Owari Mensah. So Gifty Owari Mensah is also going unopposed for the Women's Football League representative. Now you take a look at the Executive Council representatives, and then we have Kingsley Osei-Bonsu, Nana Safo Odro, Frederick Echampon, Anthony Kwesi Oben, that is Dr. Tony Oben, Ransford Anete Abe, that is Dr. Randy Abe, Onyina Asenso of Legon Cities, Edmonaka of Samatex, James Kwesi Apia, Asante Kotoke, Lawyer Mandy, Karela, Raphael, Teya Jamra, Brekum, Chelsea, Kingsley Osei-Bonsu certainly going for Bechem, Nana Safo Odro, Brekum, Chelsea, Frederick Echampon on the ticket of Dreams Football Club, and Anthony Kwesi Oben on the ticket of Mediama SC, Dr. Randy Abe on the ticket of Heart of Lions. Last 4 years he joined from Division 1. Now to the Division 1 league clubs. There is Mark Addo, there is Samuel Enimado, there is Eugene Noboni, Amon Noel, there is Gideon Fosu, and then Alexander Abebi. Now let's take a look at the Regional Football Association chairperson to go to Greater Accra, and Samuel Abuebre is still going on opposed. Western Region, Simon Ehoma is also going on opposed. The Northern Region, there is Mahamadu Abu Hassan, who is also going on opposed. For Eastern Region, Linford Boadu Asamoah is also going on opposed. Upper West, there is Yaya Sadugu Daudi also going on opposed. Volta Region, Daniel Abuga, and then Ashanti Region, Osei Tutua Jeman Kotoro also going on opposed. Now, those who have, contestants in the Central Region, there is Robert Duncan and Abdul Hayate seeks to contest him. In the Brown Half Region, there is Dixon Chedria and Dr. Charles Osei Anto, as well as Meshach Asante Amia. These are the people vying for that position. And in the Upper East Region, Salifu Shaibu Zida, Abel Alonot Sogo also in there. We are trying to get Alfosu on the line, but once we get to him in Tamale, we'll be getting feedback on what is currently happening at the Redash Hotel. Now let's continue with the Ghana Black Stars, and Coach Chris Hughton has announced a 23-man squad for the upcoming friendlies against Mexico and the United States, with some notable inclusions and exclusions. We give you details on some changes from the previous squad.
Chris Hughton has named a 23-man squad for the friendlies against Mexico and the United States of America, which will happen later this month. But there has been some changes that he's made as compared to the last collapse. First of all, Captain Andrea Yu has been dropped. Now, he came on as a substitute against Liberia in Accra, and he has been a free agent since the 1st of July and is yet to find a new club. But there's also some good news, because vice captains Thomas Partey and Daniel Amati have returned. Both players were injured and could not make the last collapse, but now they have returned and they are available to play. Tariq Lamptey has also returned to the squad for the first time since March. He struggled with a knee injury in the last few months, but he has been in fine form since his return at club level with Brighton and Hove Albion. Also, there's only one local player who has been called this time. It's Hamid of Mediama SC. Previously, there was Jonathan Sowa with Hamid in the squad, but both players could not make it. It's only Hamid who made it, and it could be because Mediama have a friendly game against DC United, which will be a few hours before the game against Mexico in the 14th of October. And Ghana will also be playing against USA in the 18th of October later this month. Chris Hughton will be hoping to get some positive results from both matches.
Well, so that is from Beleshan. You look at the rest of the team, and there is Lawrence Atizige, there is Abdul Manaf Nuruddin, there is Richard Ofori, Ali Seidu, Joseph Aidu, Nicholas Opoko, Alexander Jiku, Daniel Amatis return, Gideon Mensah is in there, Osman Bukari, Joseph Pencil, Thomas Partey, Edmond Addo, Abdul Saleh Samed, Elisha Owusu, Ransford Yeboah, Koningsdorfer, Mohamed Kudus, Jordan Ayew, Ernest Nyama, Iñaki Williams, and then Antoine Semenyo are the players to play in those two friendlies in the United States later this month. The friendlies, however, will be very crucial for preparations ahead of the FIFA World Cup 2026 qualifiers in November and the Africa Cup of Nations in Côte d'Ivoire in January and February. Whenever you hear this, you know the UEFA Champions League, and yesterday was another good evening for Ghana forward Osman Bukari as he continued to shine in the UEFA Champions League. He scored in Red Star Belgrade's 2-2 draw against Young Boys on Wednesday night. This marked his second consecutive goal in the prestigious competition. Bukari's goal played a pivotal role in salvaging a point for Red Star in their first Champions League home game of the season. They initially took the lead through Sharif Ndiaye, but lost control of the match as the Swiss side Young Boys managed to score 2 more goals, with Philip Ugrenik and Cedric Eaton converting a penalty. Now Newcastle stormed to a 4-1 victory over an abject Paris Saint-Germain side on Champions League night at the St. James Park. This was the first time the anthem was heard at the St. James Park in 20 years. Eddie Howe was full of praise for his team after the win.
Disappointed, anyone connected. From a Newcastle perspective, I thought the supporters were incredible. The stadium looked magnificent pre-game. The players produced a really good performance, full of energy, full of heart, running, commitment and quality. So, a great evening for us. The stage is slightly different. The build-up slightly different. Obviously, there's great exposure to the Champions League, but football's, for me, is football regardless of where you play it, and it's trying to find a way to win against very good teams. I mean, these are elite teams we're playing against. Some of the best players in the world on show tonight, and I thought we did a really good job of trying to deny space and make it difficult for them. And they had their moments. I thought it was an even game in the sense that they had some moments where they hurt us, but we had some moments where we hurt them. So it was I'm sure, an intriguing game for the neutral. But we're just delighted we got the goals at good times.
Well, they allow them to get the goals at the good times. Luis Enrique, as a coach who played his first Champions League game at the St. James Park, he was beaten 3-2 by Newcastle United. And as a coach, his first away game as PSG manager ended in a 4-1 loss. Luis Enrique bemoaned his side for their missed chances at the St. James Park.
Difficult to analyze that kind of match because I think we didn't deserve that result. They played great and they are a great team. Congratulations to them, but I think we were so close for most of the game, but we made some mistakes and we paid for them. Our commitment, our idea of playing football and trying to attack the more possible, and there are always some positive things, even if it's difficult to accept the result, but okay, we need to carry on and think in the next one.
So that is from Luis Enrique. Now let's take a look at the other results that happened on Wednesday. Royal Antwerp were defeated 3-2 by Shakhtar Donetsk. Atletico Madrid defeated Feyenoord by 3-2. Celtic were beaten 2-1 by Lazio in Glasgow. And then Red Star Belgrade settled for a 2-2 draw against Young Boys. Borussia Dortmund 0. AC Milan 0, Leipzig 1, Manchester City 3, and then a Newcastle United thrashing Paris Saint-Germain 4-1, and FC Porto also losing by 1-0 to Barcelona. Ferran Torres, the scorer, as he came on to replace an injured Robert Lewandowski. Now to the UEFA Europa League. These are the games coming up today. SC Freiburg against West Ham United. There is also Topola back against Olympiacos. Marseille against Brighton. AEK Athens against Ajax. There's Real Betis against Sparta Praha, Apo Limassol against Rangers from Scotland, Sporting Lisbon against Atlanta, Racco against Sturm Graz, Union Berlin against Liverpool, Toulouse against Lask, Villarreal against Rennes. There is Maccabi Haifa against Panathinaikos, AS Roma play against Servette, and Cherry Tiraspol travel to play against Slavia Praha. There is Molde welcoming Bayer Leverkusen, and Haken against Karabakh FK. Now, Jurgen Klopp says Liverpool need to bring their top mentality to the UEFA Europa League game against Union Saint-Gilloise this evening in order to bounce back from their loss to Tottenham Hotspur.
We had a good spirit before that. I didn't need any kind of proof, but it's how it is in football. You need to prove yourself all the time, and that's what we did. Again, it was really good, really special. Top mentality, all these kind of things, and that's what we need tomorrow night as well, because we face a team who's flying in the league, is obviously top of the table, and is doing really well. Again, after losing key players, doing well again, unbeaten in Europe for a long time, out away for a long time. So super special, and what they are doing there, and we have to be ready.
So there's Trent Alexander-Arnold, who has also been speaking about Liverpool's form and says a very good foundation has been set for their success.
We're in a good position in the league table and still in the cup competition. Obviously got our first 3 points in this competition too, so we're in a good position. Still early doors. We'll be able to judge where we are. I think it's always important to kind of analyse where you are around the Christmas stage, because you really get a feel for what you can achieve. So, if we're still in a position like this come Christmas, we've laid the perfect foundation to go and push on for the second half of the season. So, we are a team with high ambitions, and we demand that from ourselves. And it's a good spirit and a good feeling around the place.
So that is from Trent Alexander-Arnold to Aston Villa manager. They expected to have a very good game this evening, but he's delighted with the progress of Oli Watkins and his goal-scoring form. He says he's always crucial to the team.
And when he's scoring, of course, it's very good for the team. But when he's not scoring, he's always working well. He's always doing his work like we are demanding of him. He's closer to go with the national team because I think he started very good the season. Even when he didn't score another matches, he was working very well. Sometimes because the opponent goalkeeper is doing very good work.
So that is from Unai Emery. On Aston Villa forward Oli Watkins. Now Chelsea captain Reece James has been given a 1-match suspension and fined £90,000 over an incident in the tunnel after Chelsea's loss to Aston Villa in September. Now the defender admitted using improper, insulting and abusive words and behavior towards a match official. It had previously been reported that the England international confronted referee Jared Gillett. Now the 23-year-old did not feature in the match because of a hamstring injury. Now to finishing up with some World Cup news, and the 2030 World Cup is set to be held in 6 countries across 3 continents as Morocco, Portugal and Spain will joint host the World Cup in 2030, FIFA announced on Wednesday. Now the first 3 games is expected to be hosted by Argentina, Uruguay and Paraguay to mark the 100 years of the competition. So that is expected to be the recent decision from FIFA. So 6 different hosts, but it is a joint bid that has been accepted from Morocco, Portugal and Spain. That'll be all for sport this morning here on Sunrise. My name is Kelvin Owusu Ansah. Don't forget there is going to be a lot of updates from the Alpha Sulabi on the GFA Congress currently ongoing in Tamale at the Readers Hotel. Thanks to Mega 6 Lotto. 6 numbers can change your life. What would you do if you won 1 million Ghana cedis today with only 49 numbers to choose from? Mega 6 Lotto is giving you the chance to win exciting prizes. Don't forget to play before 5 p.m. every Monday, Wednesday and Friday. Dial star 266# or download the iOS and Android apps on mega6lotto.com to play. Mega 6 Lotto is approved and regulated by the National Lotteries Authority. We'll stay on Sunrise to give you a lot of updates from Tamale as well as discussions on the GFA Congress and what to expect later today from the elective assembly that is currently being held. My name is Kelvin Owusu Ansah. The Sunrise continues after the short break. Stay tuned.